going to have to take you down, Gordon. I'm sorry.
That's okay. There's loads of players trying to take me down and been very successful. First of all, I think that's a f***ing nonsense.
Sit down, shut up and listen. I can still big enough to lay you the out. Try me! No, come on, let's go.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Gordon Strachan and this is Midnite Boxed In. Today I'm going to make a couple of statements and these lads are going to argue against me. Do's a fella, lads, I've not got much to stand on here. I'm going to fight something I can't win. It's like being a Coventry manager. This is like, what do you call it? On telly, when they start telling lies.
Oh, would I lie to you?
This is what we've got going on here. You've got to fucking see if I'm lying or not. Right. In a combined Scotland and England 11, there would be a few Scotland players of all time.
Go on, Clinton!
Straight into it.
Ooh. Clinton, you know Clinton Morrison, are you? No.
My name's Clinton. I support Newcastle. And I'm going to have to take you down, Gordon. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
No Scottish
There's loads of players trying to take me down. Loads of people and been very successful.
Okay,
so
I'm going to be
I'd
one
be
of them.
surprised if you didn't.
Well, no Scottish players are going to make it into the team at all. Not one. Not one single one. I'm sorry to do this to you, man.
That's okay. How old are you?
40.
Never.
Yeah. You know what they say?
You're looking good. You're never 40.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lie right away. Right. So you're not 40.
I am indeed, man.
That's fantastic, that.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
So what are you doing with all these young boys then?
You know, trying to stay young, trying to stay hip and all the rest of it.
Right, okay.
But anyway, get back. Stop trying to distract.
First of all, you're 40, so you must go back a fair bit. No, you're talking about McAllister, people like that.
Who? Have you not heard of Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard?
And Gary taught him all
what?
this stuff. Because Gary McAllister played with him at Liverpool. And
Gary McAllister was holding their bags for them.
No.
Come on.
Gary McAllister is his mentor. Gary McAllister. Steven Gerrard asked all questions about being a footballer. And do you know what happened when Steven Gerrard became a manager?
What?
Guess who made his assistant manager?
Exactly.
Gary McAllister.
To assist him.
Exactly.
Who got the top job?
He brought
At
him
what
on.
club?
What club?
At what club?
Rangers. Aston Villa.
So again, at Rangers, where Gary McAllister is apparently legendary in Scotland.
No.
Steven Gerrard.
He did most of his stuff in Leeds.
Steven Gerrard became his boss because he's over him. Steven Gerrard.
Because Steven Gerrard didn't feel comfortable unless he had Gary by his side.
No, that was a PR stunt, man. Come on, man. Come on. You know.
Honestly.
Come on. You don't even believe that,
so
man.
If you ask,
I can see you quivering.
No, that's just a shaking hand I've got because I've got a bit older. I might have to go and see a doctor about this. And you might have to laugh about this. I might have something seriously wrong with me, by the way. And you'll not be laughing about it.
So we talk about strikers then?
Sorry.
Should we talk about strikers? Wayne Rooney, heard of him? Alan Shearer,
Gary
heard of him?
McAllister we've got as an all-time classic.
Gary McAllister, we can point that to one side.
Matter of fact, and here's one for you.
Okay.
And this is a genuine quote, because Gary keeps telling me about it, right? When Eric Cantona was at, he done a thing about 10 years ago when he went back to Manchester, and he was doing a football forum. And being in Manchester, Eric was up, and they said to Eric, who's the best player you've ever played with? And Eric did his usual. And the guy went, was it Brian Robson? Was it Scholes? He went, Gary McAllister.
How much did he pay him, though, to say that? Come on. Come on. I know he's a bit light on cash, but how much did he pay him to say that? Come on.
No,
Gary McAllister. You're talking about Eric Cantona here.
Eric Cantona says Gary McAllister is the best player he's ever played with. Now that comes as a body blow to me because I played with Eric as well. I was his captain. So Gary loves telling this story.
Okay, I'm sure he would. He'll take that to his grave.
No matter what you're talking about, you know, you could be talking about the golf at the Masters, and Gary said, "Did you ever tell you about the time when Eric Cantona was great?"
But Eric Cantona is not an England manager. He's not a manager. Full stop.
No,
so again, he's not taking.
But we'd also agree that he was somebody who, in the world of English football, is probably the most iconic figure.
Really?
Yeah, well, I don't think you can say one.
For kicking a fan, maybe?
Thierry Henry.
Okay, if you want to talk Thierry Henry, he's definitely not picking a Scotland player over an English player.
No, he's not here.
and he's Eric Cantona. But anyway, that said, let's get to the strikers. You know about something about that. Who would you pick, realistically?
For Scotland?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, it's just a man who's won 3 Champions League.
Who's that?
Well, there you go. I'm going to educate you again. You just hang on. You're younger than 40. I
know.
You're younger than 40. You're just kidding on, aren't you? You're just pretending. Kenny Dalglish. Idolised at Liverpool. Idolised in Scotland. And won the Ballon d'Or, I think. Or was he second?
Bit shaky. Bit
shaky. The reason
good, a bit shaky.
To be fair, I know fine well he was either second or third. because I was fourth.
So he's not one then.
So I'm not so sure, but he scored in the Champions League final.
Is this the same Kenny Dalglish that broke up the entertainers at my club?
Oh yeah, that was him. He was on a mission.
Yeah. Just checking.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he dismantles good teams.
Yeah.
So again,
No,
I wouldn't trust him to be in a good team because he dismantles them.
No, but if you ask anybody at Liverpool who is the most influential player, he's definitely the best Scottish player of all time. There's no doubt about that. And if you can get yourself onto YouTube, you're too old, you can't work YouTube. If you can get yourself onto YouTube and see some of his goals, he wasn't quick, but up there, unbelievable. I played with the Scotland team and he's the best player I've ever played with, along with Brian Robson, sorry.
But did they get ahead of Alan Shearer, Harry Kane?
See, Harry Kane, to me, is the best English striker of all time.
Oh, you just done made it easy for me. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Yeah, but I said English striker, I never said the world.
So we talk about strikers, done that. What about
You're looking about 35 now.
Oh. Sold me out.
And
All you
listen,
lot.
I thought you did no bad.
My name's Amenya, an Arsenal fan, and I disagree with your statement.
And how old are you?
If he's 40, then me, I guess, I don't know, 75, 80 at this point, I don't know. Listen, big respect, I heard what you were saying and whatnot. However, I could argue that I can just kick out any of those players if I bring someone versatile that could play anywhere, front three and in the midfield three, so Bobby Charlton. You mentioned about, coming second in Ballon d'Or and whatnot and Champions Leagues. My guy is someone that, withstood his own tragedy, came back, rebuilt an entire club and led them to success again. So I'd already kick him out. Then I can even add the likes of Wayne Rooney. I still believe Wayne Rooney deserves a spot in that team. Yeah. And I can add a winger. You might know about him back in the day. So Stanley Matthews, for those of us who remember.
Do us a favour.
The first ever Ballon d'Or winner. The first ever Ballon d'Or winner.
So Stanley Matthews.
The first ever Ballon d'Or winner.
I can't help you with Stanley Matthews. Bobby Charlton. I've got to say, I'm going to find this very hard here now because not only I played against Bobby Charlton.
Ooh. Who got the better of who, in your opinion?
Him and me played against Bobby Charlton. No, I played against him when I was a boy at Dundee, and he was player manager of Preston when he came up there, and I literally couldn't play because I was standing staring at him. Because you got to remember the days I had, there was only 2 games of football on at the weekend. That was a match a day, and you had to be in a good side. Not like the day you can become a legend by playing with some crap Scunthorpe or something like that if you're on social media. But you had to be in the top 2 games that were in England at the time. So you had to be a right top player, and Bobby always come up. So I watched him in the European final the year after Celtic won it. It was magnificent. But the story about, as you tell about the crash and everything else that goes along with it. So I played against him, and then I went to Man United, and I become very good friends with him, real good friends with him, and I had a lot of time for him. And you're saying, and I'll add to what you must do, left foot, right foot, he could play the same. And he had this gliding thing like Johan Cruyff. He just used to never leave footsteps on the pitch, He used to
and on
glide.
those pitches as well.
And he never on the mud and all the rest of it. And he never at any time got sent off. I don't think he got booked. And people used to bang into the days. He would get up and just get on with it. So
sounds like he makes our team.
That's probably Brilliant, thank you, well done. Bobby Charlton was a great one, well done. That was terrific, thank you. My next statement is Scotland fans will have a better time than England fans at the World Cup.
I'm Dutchy, I'm an Arsenal fan, and England fans will have a much better time at the World Cup than Scotland fans for multiple reasons. I'll tell you why. First thing, it's going to be very hot. Scottish people don't like hot weather. That's one thing.
You've got that.
Yeah.
Scottish players
So
don't like hot weather either.
They'll be a little bit like a fish out of water throughout the whole tournament. But also, we're going to be staying in it longer. And what does every single fan want? You want to go somewhere and get away from your missus for as long as possible. We're going to be in the tournament for a very long time, a lot longer than Scotland will be there.
Yeah.
Also...
But that's not the argument here. The argument is we'll have better times. You can stay as long as you want.
Yeah.
As long as you're miserable, it doesn't matter.
No.
Because you always seem miserable, England fans. You're always complaining about this and we've no won it for 110 years or something like that.
Pressures of
and to be fair, and if it wasn't for the Russian linesman and if VR was about the day, we'd have nothing to brag about. You'd be miserable and think the semi-final is actually quite good. But the fact is you win that final and the ball wasn't even over the line. Yeah. And that keeps you going. But we're not in it for, and the thing is, it doesn't say good for that, it says better times. We're in it, and by the way, you're right.
Yeah.
About fans and they go, oh, we support England, we'll fall anywhere. You really just want to get out the house. That's what you want to do. You want to get out the house. You go, oh, Jesus, let's get out of here. I can go away and enjoy with my mates and things like that. So when you say, we fall everywhere and we pay this, well, I don't care because you're just here to have a bit of fun anyway. You're not really there to see anybody winning. You're there to have a bit of fun. You all watch top clubs, right? And you do go to European games. And you do see great football. We don't in Scotland. See, and that's why we're so happy to follow Scotland, right? Because even if you're a Hibs or Hearts or whatever, you don't get any further. They've done the preliminary round. That's it, done. You're finished. Like you're playing against somebody in Gibraltar, get beat, and then you're off, right? But most of our fans come from the Celtic and Rangers. Celtic and Rangers fans don't really go to games, right? Because they get the European games, the big games. They're not in it very long, but they go to big games, and they spend a lot of their money doing that, right? The fans who follow Scotland are the St Johnstone ones, Wraith Rovers, and they have never seen what you guys seen. So when they actually go to a European game and they go abroad, the excitement's phenomenal. It really, it's something you don't have to go from Arsenal, Champions League last night, you're in the semi-final, I'm going to see England. They're going from Wraith Rovers versus Montrose to
but you know why I feel
football.
like you're not going to enjoy it? Because you're going with a little bit of expectation. Now, you can VAR this. At the last tournament, Scotland, right, I don't think they scored a goal. It might have been one. It might have been, did they score at the last tournament?
I think McGregor, no, it could have.
Yeah,
no,
it might have. Oh, yeah, sorry, there was. It was a 5-1. One goal. Right, football's about moments. Like, and I know. I look back at my career, one of my favourite moments.
What's I doing that for? I got stuck in
My favourite England moment: Gascoigne against Scotland, 2-1, Wembley, Euro '96. I still remember that moment. I was only 8 at the time, right? But that still lives with me for a long time. That's enjoyment. What I think is going to happen, Scotland are going to go there with a lot of expectation. You'll enjoy getting pissed up before the match, then it will go to shit. Then it will happen again. Then it happen again, then you're out and you're home. And you're back before you know it. And you'll be watching England. That'll be the most painful thing. You'll be watching England in the quarters and the semis, going for it once again. That's what I don't want to be too cruel, but
we're also saving money. You know for a fact it's going to cost a fortune. So there's only a certain money in Scotland, right? We've only got a certain amount because you guys down here take our oil, take our tourist industry, you use all the money and give us sod all back. So you've got a lot more money than we've got. So we can only go to a certain amount of games. And we appreciate everything. You don't. You just have to get the final. You have to be called the best team in the world. You have to be superior. We don't. We know where we are. We're decent people who just want a giggle. And we can give a giggle now and then as a team. Some of the funniest things I've ever seen is when I played for the Scotland team, right? We enjoy ourselves. We go there and just enjoy ourselves. And whatever will be, will be. And it's great fun. You're expecting, but as I'm saying to you, there's different people. You watch the top clubs. They don't. But there's one thing that binds you in common: getting away for the missus. That is it.
And we're going to get to do it. We're going to be away for longer.
The funny, because I remember.
Is that your one?
Sorry, my wife's going to kill me for that as well.
Where you going?
I've got to sacrifice my marriage.
Oh, here we go, the Chelsea fan. Do you know what my ambition in life was? What? To be the Chelsea manager and get them relegated. I can't even stand that.
Love it.
I've never. Right up you go. See you later. There you go.
All right, guys, my name is Brendan and I'm a Chelsea fan. So,
I thought you were joking.
No, I am.
I take it back about that relegation thing.
Thank you, Gordon. Thank you. So
Sorry,
I'm quite confident that England will genuinely have a better time than Scotland fans. I do agree with the sentiment that Scotland, they go to tournaments and they just like to have a good time because they know they're most likely going to go home pretty early. I was at the Euros 2 years ago and I saw Scotland fans having the best time in their lives, right? Drinking a bit too much every day, of course, but they had a good time.
To be fair, it's habit. We've got nothing else to do in Scotland.
Exactly.
Seriously, we've not got. You ever been up there? It's pouring the rain all the time. It's pissing down. We don't do it. We don't do sports. We're useless. We're wee white guys. You know, spots on our chest, and ginger hair. We've got nothing to do, so we just go to the pub. You know,
absolutely.
So we come up that way. So,
but my question is, do you enjoy the tournament, or do you just enjoy getting out of Scotland? That's my argument. That's my argument. And the reason why I say this, right, is because, again, when I was at the Euros, I don't remember any Scotland fans talking about the actual matches. I just remember them talking about going to the pubs, drinking, going to the pubs, drinking,
what's wrong with
going
that?
to the pubs, and drinking. Nothing wrong with that. But it's away from the tournament. You're just at the place. You're not really immersed in the football because they know when the bell rings, when the whistle is blown, it's just, the other team scored. We're 3-0 down. We're 4-0 down. We're 5-0 down. We scored 1 goal. It's 5-1. And at that point, can you honestly say that the Scotland fans are going to enjoy that moment of seeing their team get absolutely battered?
I think, like most fans, I think you're right in saying it's disappointing at times. And I've disappointed them as well because I've done the manager thing and the playing thing. But there's moments when, it's a funny thing, that Scotland played against Brazil in 1982, right, against this wonderful Brazil set. I mean, unbelievable. You'll know more than me. Cerezo, Socrates, Zico. And we got beat 4-1, right? And I was on the pitch, right? But the referee could have booked me for time wasting. I've just wandered about doing all, watching these wonderful players, right? And I actually got taken off at the same time as the worst Brazilian player of all time. Oh, boy. And he wanted to swap jerseys with me. So I'm saying, oh, Jesus, no. You're the worst Brazilian player of all time. So when I go to strip, so when I show somebody later, and 20 years later, I go, by the way, you seen it? And they'll go, who was he? And they go, oh, he was shit. I know that. I could have got all these great things. I've got this thing in my head that in Rio de Janeiro right now, Serginho's showing my shirt to everybody going, he was shit, this fella.
Oh, God.
But getting beat 4-1, the memories didn't die. It's about the occasion and about the fun. See, that's the problem with us. We all have fun, and nobody bothers with us because we're having fun, right? England fans, nobody has fun because you pressurise everybody, and you've got this reputation that everybody goes, and there's an atmosphere there. It's even when Scotland play England, it's there. We do not have atmospheres. We have fun. In our place. That's why it's important that Scotland goes. We add to it. If you ask any American policeman who you know wanting, England, Germany, Holland, some of them, do you want Scotland to come? Why not? They're only going to be here for a couple of weeks. And then away they go. They send us away and we make the place. It's the same when they get in the 96 game. Where, what do you call him? The thinky boy, what do you call him? Made Gary's football move, Gary McAllister.
Oh, Uri Geller.
Uri Geller. He made that ball move, so he says, right, this is it. But after the game, when we got beat, if you swing the camera around, the Scotland fans are all singing, rocking all over the world. Remember that? You remember that? And it was heaving. Not a word for the England. Just one. It was kind of, yay, but we were rocking all over the world. Of course, yeah. So what I'm saying is, we've got this, and going back to that thing I was telling you about, when you're watching Montrose and Wraith Rovers and Peterhead, you get nothing like this. So when you see it, wonderful. It's just terrific. You guys are seeing top players every week, top atmospheres. We don't. So when we go there, this is fun. So it doesn't matter what the score's got to be. And I know what you're saying. Is it disappointing? Of course it is. But the fact is, once it's finished, on you go, lads.
He's right.
Big man, thank you very much. He's very kind of you. My final statement is, sports science is a joke. Managers should trust their instincts.
No, he's back.
Sit down, shut up and listen.
Well, it wasn't going anywhere.
Right, Gordon.
What do you know about sports science?
Swap with him. Matter of fact,
Brendan, come and sit next to me.
Matter of fact, anybody swap with him. Sorry. So.
Lou, if this is making you out of breath, you ain't got an argument for sports science, mate. You need to go. You can't go. Just go on. Get off. Lou,
Give me a minute. Lou's lost £6 and he sat there.
Hopefully, I'll look a little bit slimmer than Louis here. That'd be great.
You're looking great.
Ben, you I can still big enough to lay you the out. Try me. Now, come on, let's go.
yeah.
I'm Ben. I'm a Brighton fan. Don't try and guess my age. I think, your argument's complete poppycock. Pardon my French there, Gordon.
It's okay. No problem.
Liverpool wouldn't have a title if it wasn't for sports science, specifically for one reason: this. They wouldn't have had a title if it wasn't for the blue inhaler.
That's called cheating, Benji.
I could do with that, to be fair. Can I have
You
some?
wouldn't have had that. They wouldn't have had that Premier League title. So please explain to me why you think you do better without sports science in football. Allegedly, by the way.
Why is that relevant to Liverpool winning?
What have you? Oh, do you not know? Oh, okay.
No,
well,
sorry.
When they won the Premier League title,
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's a conspiracy theory, but
Right.
all the players are on the inhalers, and that's why they won.
I
the
didn't
title.
know that.
Yes, yeah. Get to know.
But no, the stuff that you've got in there, there must be something purposely stuck in there.
To help with the breathing, yeah. And that's down to sports science.
But to be fair, they had these things for years. Remember the plastic thing?
They had the
Have you
Vicks as
noticed?
well, Patrick Vieira, yeah.
Vicks.
Yeah,
we used
yeah.
to use that.
Yeah.
I never
Could
used
argue
it.
that's sports science. That helped him out as well.
To breathe and all that. Yeah. But these are what sports science does. But I don't, because they call themselves scientists, right?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I think that's a f***ing nonsense, right? If you're a scientist, go and f***ing cure cancer. Right?
That's an argument for another day.
But you got to call yourself a sports science, because what do you see at half-time in games? You see the fitness coach, right? And he's got bottles of water. And you watch what they do. They run on quickly to give that player a bottle of water before the other team's man runs on and gives it. Because they think if they get the water quickly, they're going to be a better player.
Small margins.
But you need, just wait, I'll get into the next bit. So, why are they running on? Why don't they just sit in the fucking dressing room waiting on them coming in? Because they want to be seen as something new. It's like these guys years ago, the Romans, they go, there's the fucking eagle flying, we're in for a win today. Oh, fuck off, it's just an eagle, right? So they try and bombard you with this kind of, science is that. Mm-hmm. So they got that. So, and other stuff, you go, see it is, isn't it? Yeah. You go, and then they take their water, and they take more water, and then have more water at half time. We used to have it in the Scotland team. You'd have it on the bus going to the plane. It was on the plane. You had the water in your room. You drink water before you go out. And then you get fucking beat. Oh, there's water inside you.
Yeah, but by the team that are also on the same thing,
I remember saying to when we were playing Germany, I said, lads, we've got to beat them now. Why is that? Oh, because we've drunk more water than them. I mean, all about the water. It's about ability, resilience, but you have to get the majority gains first, no the marginal. If you don't have the majority, the marginal doesn't work.
What about
right?
the recovery time in players? You wouldn't have
saying,
that without sports science. You got players like Andre Gomez recovering with like a broken leg within like 3 months when he was at Everton.
No,
it's crazy. You wouldn't have
had
that.
Do you know the hamstring injuries? You can look this because you've got a couple of things. The hamstring injury recovery time has not changed. It's not changed in 60 years. It's handy to have these wee things, right? When I was a footballer, I used to go and sleep every afternoon to get rest and all the rest of it. I used to eat the right things. I used to take seaweed tablets because that helped me when I was sitting. You're laughing, right?
No, that's
right.
Sports science.
I didn't become a better football player, but I was a great swimmer. Right? If you'd been George Best, who's out with women drinking it all the way, and he has how's you sleeping? Oh, I've no idea, no slept for a while. Have a drink of water, you'll feel better. It doesn't compute. You have to do the majority of games before sports science takes over.
You could argue though George Best might be an even better player if he had a nutritionist, which comes under sports science. Wouldn't be drinking so much. You know, this having a nutritionist helps players not go home and have a Chinese every day.
Absolutely.
How are you going to track that?
But what happens before that? That's no sports science. That's discipline. You have to have discipline in your
life.
But
then the sports science can help you track that.
George Best would just laugh at the sports science guy.
Checking what
George
he's
would
eating,
go, seriously?
Yeah, he's got you, man.
Yeah.
No way.
Nah, he's cooked you. He's cooked you.
Well, that was Midnite boxed in. Who do you think won the arguments? I know who definitely didn't. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you the next time.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Come on.